just a
If I lost myself, would you remember me? Remember me? Yeah, I've been trying to find my identity. If I lost myself, would you remember me? I am not defined by masculinity. An open letter to the feminine energy. I've been trying to find my identity. If I lost myself, would you remember me? I am not defined by masculinity. An open letter. Yo, why is it called manifestation? Well, woman's the seed of my creation. Just look at the stars in rotation, black holes and constellations. Let me break down the correlation. Woman is grass, man is pavement. Cracked in a concrete matrix. Take the head from off of Satan. Learn about the queens of the ancient. There's amnesty and information. So keep on reading, bleeding for what you believe in. Don't let them give you a reason. Silent suppression is bodily treason. Keep on fighting, loving, breathing. Cause women are water, mothers, daughters, giving birth to sons and fathers. The reason for living, the missing piece of the puzzle. Without foundation, we crumble. I've been trying to find my identity. If I lost myself, would you remember me? Yeah, I've been trying to find my identity. If I lost myself, would you remember me? I am not defined by masculinity. An open letter to the feminine energy. I've been trying to find my identity. If I lost myself, would you remember me? I am not defined by masculinity. An open letter. A man and a woman are working the same field, but Jack will always get paid more than Jill. I'm black in America, I'm going through hell, but I'm privileged because I was born a male. I could walk down the alley and still feel safe. She could go to the globes and still get raped. It's a dungeon without a way to escape. We don't even need consent if we is the Jakes. Oprah said time was up, but what it would take? I went on Facebook and saw Me Too for a day. When we need to reevaluate ourselves as men and who we are from within. Cause women are water, mothers, daughters, giving birth to sons and fathers. The reason for living, the missing piece of the puzzle. Without foundation, we crumble. I've been trying to find my identity. If I lost myself, would you remember me? I am not defined by masculinity. An open letter to the feminine energy. I've been trying to find my identity. What's up, love? If I lost myself, baby. What's up, love? Baby. What's up, love? What's up, love? Baby. What's up, love? Baby, you.
Shawty, you give me breath like the Heimlich. We go together like cheese on the omelet. You even cute when you upset. Upset I didn't notice when we first met. I admit I ain't like this, but your eyes got me thinking about wifing. I know I'm singing never on cloud list.
I like that chick, eyes green, almost blue. She had that body I wanted to enter like the Wu-Tang man. I hope I can afford this. Flew me out to where she was staying, the place was gorgeous. Knocked up on the front, she said coming through my back. I said I plan on doing that, so you ain't gotta ask. Walked up in the crib and she told me to relax. She whispered in my ear with her hand in my lap like, okay, yeah. What's up, love? It's slide. What's up, love?
When I'm hitting it in pub, something about the thriller getting caught. No handcuff, my love, the key can get lost. Yeah, she could probably be the piece to my puzzle. Yeah, down chick, throw a couple balls in the scuff. A ride or die chick, kept it real in the struggle. First person out my family to eat when I really bubble. Yeah, my wifey tight, and it's crazy that we just alike. She a freak, always ask me what that might be like. Tell her how I like the summer. Make an appointment, baby, and I'll be your plumber. In my uniform and all. We gon' role play before foreplay. I'm sure that's okay. You gon' drop that shit crazy. Baby, you, baby, baby.
What's up, love? Slide. What's up, love? Yeah. Baby. Slide. What's up, love? What's up, love? Baby. Slide. What's up, love? Yeah. Slide. What's up, love? Baby. Slide. What's up, love?
Baby, you, baby, baby. Got a full-time girl, part-time mistress. One keeps me level, the other keeps me lifted, twisted, missus. You're
so gifted. Dimples on your backside, I like to hit it. She be blowing on my microphone, my blows the fly zone. Mine gone anytime she signs on. Words like antifreeze, keep it cooler than the knees of these Eskimos and teas.
Yeah. What's up, love? Like K-Pasa. I don't want to lay around and sit in the casa. I just want to have a white wine and a pasta. And we can chief big till we feel like Rastas. Yeah. Growing up, you was taught to be proper. But every time you're around me, you want to play doctor. Now come over here and just let me pop ya. How you spinning like a helicopter? Let's go. Let's go.
What's up, love? Slide. What's up, love? Yeah. Baby. Slide. What's up, love? What's up, love? What's up, love? Baby. Slide. What's up, love? Yeah. Slide. What's up, love? Baby. Slide. What's up, love? Baby, you. Baby, you.
Baby, 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 baby. Yo, so fresh, so clean. This love is pure, reminiscent of many ripple to the floor. Her love supreme, of that I'm sure. This love is full grown, it's not immature. And I can't deny this feeling. Feeling of love, it's you, it's me, it's us, and I can't deny this feeling. Feeling of love, it's you, it's me, it's You keep bringing out the best in me. This has to be destiny. You never stressing me. That's why you are so fresh to me. You fresh, fresh, fresh. Yeah, you fresh. Yeah, you fresh, fresh, fresh. Yeah, you fresh. Yeah, yo, her love supreme. Of that I'm sure. Designed for you and I, one of a kind couture. Yeah, so fresh, so clean. This love is pure. It's never felt so beautiful like this before. And I can't deny this feeling. Feeling of love, it's you, it's me, it's us, and I can't deny this feeling. Feeling of love, it's you, it's me, it's us.
Check it. You was looking good, had to look aloft, had a common friend, had him hook it up. And you said no, and that was like a year ago. Now look at us, tight like Weezy and George. It ain't easy at all, but it's worth the work. And if it's worth it, working a word to the wise. Got me trying to introduce her to the world as my wife. My better half, get a half my grip. Half on the baby, get a half on the crib. A minivan dog and a white picket fence. Cut off them other broads and we ain't kicking sense. I can't deny, but why try? The way we connected, yo, we so Wi-Fi. It's something like a movie, yo, it's so sci-fi that I can't keep these feelings inside. And I
can't deny this feeling. Feeling of love, it's you, it's me, it's us, and I can't deny this feeling.
2020, a year so unlike many. The ups and downs that came around in such a tiny time span. It's enough to blow your mind, man. But here we go again, another brother hunted, and he was just running. But don't you dare lie, cause the beat's not funny. Could've been my friend, could've been my homie, could've been my family, whole hood, hot damn. The pain and loss and grief, I'm seeing us slain in these streets when we protesting for peace. So I can walk and I can breathe. Hey! Simply wear my hoodie, no system trying to bully. Let me run and simply be, and I get profiled on these streets. All suspects don't look like me. How we prisoners when we free? Feel like no life and liberty. Seems like we can't get no peace. Well, ain't that a pity? I hope y'all ready, can't live like this. We march, y'all mad. We sit down, y'all mad. We speak up, y'all mad. But when we die outside, and when we march, y'all mad. We sit down, y'all mad. We speak up, y'all mad. But when we die outside, I ain't playing with y'all. Oh no, hell no. I ain't playing with y'all. Oh no, hell no. I ain't playing with y'all. Oh no, hell no. I ain't playing with y'all.
An enemy has returned.
Another morning with quarantine. Still my skin's a misdemeanor. All the various shades, I mean, whatever you could have dreamed of. But now we back. And watch my tag, I ain't even brought up you little funky redheads. So for Becky, Susan, Karen, get off your phone, mind your business. Just go back home, wash your own dishes, fix your own mess. You got a whole glass ceiling. Yet and still, we can't even feel our feelings, cause whenever you come around, black folks stop. When we march, we sit down, we speak up, but when we die outside, it's when we march, we sit down, we speak up, but when we die outside, it's when we march, y'all mad, we sit down, y'all mad, we speak up, y'all mad, but when we die outside, it's when we march, y'all mad, we sit down, y'all mad, we speak up, y'all mad, but when we die outside, I ain't playing with y'all, oh no, hell no. I ain't playing with y'all, oh no, hell no. I ain't playing with y'all, oh no, hell no. I ain't playing with y'all, oh no, hell
Now we're bound to make mistakes, cause I'm man enough to say that I'm difficult sometimes, I know this. I accept you with your flaws, ain't no problem we can solve. You don't wanna leave it all.
San Diego, where are you? Look at me, what? Stories and inspired them to be. Word up is our community, where we currently want to be. In the little green Paris, blocking the trees, enriching people's lives artistically. So get your caps and your butts, yeah, it's time for Word Up.
Good evening, friends. Wow, that is much better than saying good evening, friends, to a dark room that I'm in by myself as I stream this program for the last year. Welcome to the first public gathering at the Old Globe since March 2019. My name is Laura Zibleet, and I am so excited to welcome you to Word Up, which is a program that once upon a time, it was a performance practice that I developed around stages in Hillcrest. And then during the pandemic, it became this wonderful way to connect with people through a digital format. And now, tonight, for the first time, it is a full-blown production that is supported by so many amazing people, like Ant Hill Creative Technology. Give it up for our video production crew. Because while we are on the plaza, this is also being live streamed to YouTube, and there's that little QR code on your program. You can check that out and participate. We'll talk about that in a second. But also give it up for the amazing production team and props department at the Old Globe. Look at this stage. Who wants this in their home? Yes? Well, it's in my home. I'm so excited. We're going to focus on the performing art form of rap tonight. We're going to all together, all of you who are hearing me, we're going to create a rap together by the end of this hour. And it's going to be all on the theme of what it means to be somebody, which is really, I'm so excited that we have some amazing artists who are going to join us. But real quick, I just want to make sure that you all know that we are very casual here. I have my notes on index cards. You are more than welcome to take out your phones at any point in time. If you want to get up and grab a drink, do it. The bathrooms are open right here and also around the corner. So, you know, live your life, and we're going to live ours. And I'm so appreciative of your grace of being here along for this collaborative art experience. So the way that you on the plaza are going to be able to participate is if I'm asking a question, you can just shout out your answer as loud as you can. So let's do a practice round, okay? How are you feeling today? Very well done. And something that we noticed in our dress rehearsal is that even if you're super loud, I sometimes have a hard time hearing you because of planes and things like that. So we've come up with a solution tonight. Jake Milgard, are you in the house? Look at that, there's Jake. Everybody, round of applause for Jake. So Jake is, oh yeah, because of the speaker, thank you. Yeah, that sounds good. Jake is going to be closer to you than I am, so Jake is going to be able to hear you better, and we're going to play a little game of like phone tag, and he's going to hold up the microphone and repeat the things that you're saying so that I can hear them. That's one of the ways that you can participate tonight. The other one is, if you're not into shouting things out in public, which is fair, you can, as I mentioned, get that QR code on your program, open up the live YouTube video right now, and you can participate in the chat of the YouTube video. And to help us hear the voices of our YouTube commenters is one of our really amazing teaching artists at the Old Globe. Valeria Vega is an incredible actress and director, both in San Diego and in Tijuana, and she's going to be our YouTube moderator for tonight. So please welcome Valeria Vega. She's coming that side. Hey, Val. Thank you for helping us hear the voices of the people in the YouTube chat. We see you. We appreciate you for being here, and folks in person. All right. First index card is done. Second, done. Now it's time for us to meet our first guest artist for tonight. Miki Vale is a Globe-commissioned playwright, a Globe teaching artist, a hip-hop artist, and cultural ambassador. You got to check out her full bio in the program for tonight. But we're going to welcome her on to perform one of her songs as we get to meet her. So please, give it up for Miki Vale. Masks are fun.
Strip down. Anything else I need to take off? You want to get some music? Hello, everyone. Yeah. So a few years ago, I had a show, and I stepped off stage, and this guy walks up to me, and he looks me up and down, and he said, "Why you always kicking serious rhymes?" I replied, "'Cause we living in some serious times. My brother, either you blind or sniffing serious lines. If you can't see the lies that lie behind enemy lines, I'm keeping perfect time when I'm speaking in rhyme. Mind divine like El Hajj Malik in his prime. Like a heathen speaking to a deacon seeking the signs. You don't have the answer, sway, so you peeking in mine. I get mine one freak at a time. No menage, just one bride that's sweeter than wine. Yeah, you heard right, ain't no need to rewind. But if you really wanna know, bring it back one time like Sankofa. I do it for my culture. I'm tired of coons with catchy hooks, rapping about being crooks. Read a book. Knowledge is not a mystery. Before you grab the mic, learn your history. Come on. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that intro performance. And we're not going to get too comfortable because we're not complete on on this stage yet. We've got to meet Miki Vale, and I'm very excited to have you. You've been nominated for a San Diego Music Award many times, including this time around, right? Will you tell us about what you've recently been nominated for? I was, along with three other artists, on a song that's nominated for Song of the Year at the San Diego Music Awards. Woo! And it's also nominated for Best Video, and it's called Bad Wolves. It's Rebecca Jade, who is also an alumni of Word Up, and it features myself, Veronica May, and Jason Mraz. So, if you want to go online, SanDiegoMusicAwards.com, well, maybe listen to the song first and then go online and vote. It's Song of the Year and Best Video. Love it. Thank you very much for shouting that out. And for Best Video, do we have the videographer in the house? Is she here? Ebony Harvey, is she here yet? All right. Well, we'll get to meet the videographer in just a little bit, but thank you for shouting out those awards. No, Rebecca Jade's going to come on this stage actually later this summer. But Miki, we need to introduce our other featured guest artist for tonight. Will you help me out?
I will. So I have their bio here.
Okay.
I do. I promise I do. Well, I know about him anyway. Ric Scales is my friend, I'm proud to say, and he's also one half of the hip-hop group 18 Scales, who is one of the most amazing groups. Make sure you check them out. I'm hearing myself here,
I
too.
know. It is funny. We're hearing the feedback.
They're local, respected, internationally known, and he is a battle rap champion. There's a. Let me turn this off. I can't.
Let me see if I can figure it out while you talk.
He's a battle rap champion, a freestyle champion. You will see why he is a champion, because it's incredible the way he comes up with stuff off the top. And he's one of my favorite rappers. Please give it up for Ric Scales.
Yeah, it go ha 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 ha. Yeah, we going in, move along to the song. This could be your jam for party people in the fam, in the b-boy stance that came through, crew deeper than the Wu-Tang Clan. Follow your nose to the loops like it's Toucan Sand, and clap your hands to it. That's if you can't dance. Get you on the good foot, baby. That's our aim. B-boys or B-boys and B-girls the same. Plug in the SP, your mic and watch us do our thing. The rhymes is on time, yeah, the beat going bang. Tell them sucker MCs not to speak our name. It'll be a ladder match when we see y'all lanes. Be like, your hands high, brought the heat on stage. Have your man falling out like, is he okay? The snare crunchy like a big bag of Frito-Lay. Make a move to the groove, man, let me see y'all sway. Like this, baby. You can do anything you want, and you can do anything you feel like, cause we gon' do anything we want. Hey, man, and we gon' do anything we feel like, cause we gon' do what the F we want. I didn't say it. And we Yo, you cut that. How y'all doing? My name's Ric Scales. Hey, one of the people singing on that song is the lady back there, Mandy Jo. Make some noise for Mandy.
Mandy Jo also has been on Word Up and will be on Word Up later this summer. Also, we see over there Ebony Harvey, who's the videographer of this song. And it's also Ebony Harvey's birthday, I'm just saying.
Oof.
Happy birthday, indeed. All right, so now that we have our main featured guest artists, you both have a song that you're lending us very generously to kind of have all of our voices added into and kind of see how all of something that we all collaborate on ends up in the end. But it's through the art form of rap. So before we do anything, could you define this art form for us? What is it?
Well, I mean, it depends on your perspective, you know what I'm saying, Karen? One would say rap is something you listen to, and hip-hop is something you do, you know, something like that. I forgot. But yeah, it's rap music. It's just words over beats, you know. A lot of it has meaning, a lot of it doesn't. It just depends on who you're listening to at the time. We happen to be some of those individuals that like to put meaning behind ours, you know what I'm saying, if y'all don't mind.
Hey.
Yeah.
And so that's rap in general, but freestyle rap is also something that we're looking at. What's freestyle off the top freestyle rap?
Yeah, it's the same thing, only completely improvisational. Instead of having a song that you've written and composed and memorized and things of that nature, you come up with it right there on the spot, just based on your surroundings or whatever's going on.
So for freestyle rap, during our dress rehearsal last week, we discovered that at 6 p.m. those bells are going to go off very loudly, and it's going to make it very hard for us to talk for a couple of minutes. And I just want to remind you, Rick, I challenged you last week to freestyle rap over those bells.
I'm going to tear them bells up.
So no matter what we're talking about or who's talking at 6 p.m., we're just going to go straight into that. Yeah? Okay. All right. So there's our art form. For today, but could you say, like, there's so many performing art forms, there's so many ways to creatively express ourselves. What can rap do that nothing else can do in quite the same way?
Rap, hip-hop, it activates everything at once. Rap is a very close cousin of poetry. So you got the poetry element, and then you've got rhythm and the rhyme, which is like energy, and so your mind's activated if you're listening to the words, which I hope we all do. If you're listening to the words, your mind's activated, your body's activated, your spirit's activated, so it's just a complete activation.
Well, we're going to activate today to kind of explore the theme of what it means to be somebody. And so the artists who come on to Word Up are choosing and curating this conversation that we're all going to have. You're asking us to reflect on something, to imagine about something. Why did you choose this theme and want to bring it to this community?
Well, the title Sambate is a play off a Jesse Jackson poem. And it was a mixture of things, like just the whole state of the world and how things are going, right now. You look at stuff and you kind of figure out, like, what are you going to do to make a change, whether it's for yourself or for other people, and that's just kind of the theme of it. Like, what is your definition of somebody? Like, is it the person with all the money, or is it the person with all the love, or is it both, that kind of thing.
I love it. I love it. I'm really excited to have this conversation with everybody here, everybody on YouTube. Thank you, Bud, for keeping an eye on that. Those aren't the freestyle bells.
Freestyle bells.
The really long ones are in 15 minutes. They go on forever. But we're almost, oh, hey. I thought we were done with that round. We almost could do it twice. We should have done it twice.
We should have done it twice.
Okay. But we're almost ready to have this conversation and start writing rap all together. But there's one more person who we're going to bring on stage who's going to help us do all this. So in addition to the two featured guest artists, our amazing YouTube moderator, we also have a San Diego community guest. And the way that person comes about is I ask the featured guest artists, who is an important San Diegan? End of question. That's the whole question. Bring somebody with you who you feel is important. So we've had people bring their music students. We've had people bring their mothers along with them, but their colleagues. But Miki, you brought our San Diego community guest with us. But Rick, you're going to introduce her for us today, right?
Yes. Our guest for today is an Oceanside native and an Air Force veteran. She likes surfing and drum circles. And she's super tight. Make some noise for Lorna Cruz.
De La Cruz!
Woo! Woohoo, Lorna!
Yeah, Lorna.
Woo!
The San Diego community guest very rarely fully understands what they're supposed to be doing, and they just say yes to getting on stage in front of a bunch of people anyway. You are a very special person, and I am so excited to have you here.
I am so ready to be activated, and I want y'all to participate and just take in all of the joy. And we are just so super blessed to see all these smiling faces and to celebrate Ebony's birthday today.
Yeah! And I want to also shout out Voices of Our City Choir that you're a member of, and shout out to any members we've got here tonight.
And I would love to shout out the people here, the wonderful people that we're getting, like the hellos, the love, and all of the joy. Of course, you know who am I talking about, right?
Declan.
Do we know? Do everybody knows? I don't think. Should we say it out loud?
Who's in the YouTube chat tonight?
Declan is in the house.
Declan.
Hi, Declan.
And he actually has like a new thing that's happening. Like every time that he sees somebody's coming in on stage, he goes woohoo, like says the name and woohoo. So that's his thing. Joe and Tom as well are sending their love and their
Joe, hey Tom, hey
Thank you so
Declan.
much.
And just so everybody knows, Declan is the youngest fan of Word Up and has by far been the most dedicated throughout the whole pandemic. So we love to see you, Declan. Thank you for being here again tonight. And so now we're going to all kind of work together. Lorna, you're going to give just your perspective, your voice, and conversation as these two are trying to consolidate everything together. We've got some questions that we want to ask you to help us put together this rap. So that's why here come the cards. Recognizing that in 10 minutes, Rick is going to freestyle over those bells. So the way that this is going to work, it's kind of like the kids' word game of Mad Libs, if you're familiar. There's this song that we've already got in place. There's some things that have been taken out of it so that we get to ask you to fill in the blanks with your memories and your perspectives and imaginations. So this is the point where Jake, where are you? Jake's yonder.
Here.
Thank you, Jake.
Here I am.
Perfect. So I'm going to pitch a question to the people on the platform. We're going to talk it over a little bit, to give you all a minute to think of your answers, and then I'm going to turn and you can shout it out. You can be in the YouTube chat, whatever you feel, okay? Y'all ready on stage?
Ready.
All right, question number 1. What's your guilty pleasure?
Sting in the police.
Say again?
Sting in the police.
Staying in the police?
No, Sting in the police. Like the band.
Oh,
Sting in the police.
I love Sting. I love the police. I love Sting and the police.
It's different.
I don't know if that's guilty. I'm with you right there. Where'd you go?
Mine is Megan the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion. Oh yeah. Oh
Strong knees.
Yeah. Strong knees. Yeah.
I love me some Bridgerton season 1.
Ooh.
I think y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Bridgerton. Oh yeah. Some Bridgerton fans.
Guilty. We're all guilty.
What about friends on the plaza? Now it's time to shout out and hope that Jake can hear you. What's your guilty pleasure? Grey's Anatomy.
Potato chips.
Potato chips.
That's my guilty pleasure too.
I want to know the flavor. Is it sour cream and onion? Is it like
crinkle cut, salt, plain. Love it.
Thank you for the
with
report,
you.
Jake. Any other guilty pleasures from the plaza here?
Don't have any.
Say again? You don't have any. You just have the pleasures of life, and they're not guilty at all.
We got a little the Beebs in the back.
Good. I love it. Say again, Jake.
The Beebs. Justin Bieber.
Oh.
Yes, that's mine.
Okay, I know. I saw some like serious yuck faces in the audience, but we don't want to yuck anybody else's yum, right? Right?
Yeah.
But I appreciate the responses all the same. Any guilty pleasures in the YouTube bad? Sorry.
We have not yet.
All right. Declan, come through. But do y'all have what you need so far? We'll move on to the next question here. All right, next one.
We have one last one from the audience.
Please.
Chicharrones.
Chicharrones.
Yeah.
Emphatic point to the sky with that one.
I'm guilty too.
Yeah, pork skin. Pork skin.
Pork skin? Your facial expressions are great. I wish you could all see like your facial expressions. But the next question is, what are the basic things you need in order to live? Food.
Love.
I love to be by Mother Ocean. She provides so much to me, and I think that without her and the rest of the universe, I wouldn't be here.
Lucky you would be in San Diego. We love being close to our ocean.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that. So you can take this question however you take it. What are some things that you need in order to live, whatever that means to you?
Theater.
Yes.
I feel that.
My cats.
Music.
Balance.
Yeah. Say again.
Balance.
Balance. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Family. Yeah. Love. Yeah, I got love.
Sexy love. Let's put it that way.
YouTube. Yeah. YouTube's pretty good, right? We need YouTube in order to live.
Yeah.
I love it.
We got music and music.
Music. We're hearing
Friends.
friends,
Yes.
family.
Friends, family.
Thank you. This is why we have
Puppies.
Jake, because this sound thing is challenging for me up here. But I'm so grateful for everybody's help. All right, you ready for the next question?
Let's go.
Yes.
Who are your people? Take it however you will. Who are your people?
These are my people.
Hey, the Word Up community.
Us.
I love it.
Those are my people right there in the front.
Tell the people specifically in the front.
Very specific. All y'all are my people, but I got some special peeps. I got my family over there, and then I got my Voices crew over there.
Woo-hoo!
So we're very happy.
Voices of our city choir, our family. The
Over
front
here we
row
have
people.
Word Up, of course.
Yeah.
We are their people.
Declan is my people.
Yeah.
Declan, we got to put Declan on there. Declan's my people.
Yes, he is.
I love that. There's a puppy over there that's, I'm going to say the puppy is my people. There she is. Aww.
Sweet baby.
And Allison over here is saying the Misfits.
The Misfits, hey. Artists, artisans, all the above. Writers. Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, here we go. Next one. What was your first job? McDonald's lifeguarding?
I was a grocery bagger.
Grocery bagger. Where were you a grocery bagger?
I used to live in Honolulu. It was at the commissary on the Hickam Air Force Base. Put groceries in bags for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get the out there walking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
I sold pickles.
You sold pickles.
Yeah.
Like what kind of pickles? Like butter pickles? Because those are
No,
gross.
they were garlic pickles and jalapeno pickles.
Ooh.
They were called Bayou Bob's Famous Pickles, and I went to grocery stores and I sold them by the jar.
Okay, so you had the fancy
I would have
pickles.
eaten them
I
all.
didn't know about
It
these.
was a pretty good first job.
That's
sounds
a
like a
really
great
cool
first
job.
Did you get free pickles?
Mine was at the City of Oxnard Refuge, aka Trash Department, in the office.
Hey, that's very specific.
Yes, it's a very specific job.
I heard a shout out for McDonald's, and I think I shared this earlier, but I got fired working at McDonald's because remember back in the day they had those deep fried, real crispy apple pies? I took too many of them, so they said, you're out.
They said bye.
So I got fired from that job.
Which is the most wholesome way you could ever get fired from anything ever. It's stealing too many apple pies.
And over here we have some Domino's making pizza.
Domino's.
We have also, Andrea, vaccinating people.
Vaccinating people.
Snaps
Hey.
to that, everyone.
Yeah. Anybody else from the plaza want to shout out their first job? You're a child and you don't have a
Not
job
yet.
and you never did.
Not
This is a
yet.
great answer. Thank you.
We've got worked on
I
a
love
horse
it.
farm. Worked on a horse farm shoveling poop.
Ooh.
Word, that's a terrible job. But good for y'all. Good for y'all.
Somebody's got to do it.
Stuffing envelopes on India Street right here in San Diego. I love that. I love that. Thank you, everybody, very much for sharing that. I think I worked at Lady Lasagna, which doesn't exist anymore, which is why nobody recognized it. Okay, we went down memory lane for a little bit. This next question, who pushes you to be your best self?
Lupita, my girlfriend right there in the front.
Lupita.
You know, because I be doing the music thing. She's like my own little personal Joe Jackson.
I know. Is that why you all bruised up? That's not funny. My tribe, my friends, my family, everybody pushes me. I appreciate it.
I love it.
I love that too. My ancestors push me, and my mama, who's like 94, has a heart of gold, but I'm scared to death of her sometimes. But I love it. So she pushes me, and my daddy, rest in peace.
You said she's 94?
Yes.
94. We've got 94-year-old mom, family, friends, Lupita.
Tribe.
The tribe, yeah,
The
yeah.
tribe.
So who pushes you to be your best self? My dog. Your dog.
Myself. I love that.
Myself.
Daughters.
My daughter.
I was gonna say my kids because they test my patience and it teaches me to breathe and calm down.
They're great teachers. Who? Anybody else?
My sister.
My sister. I love it. I love it. So I hope that, I love getting the opportunity to reflect on all of these, and I hope that whether they make it into the chat or they make it out loud, you're really thinking of this person and for yourself and your life. The next question, what do you do to relax at the end of a workday? Whether you work from home these days or not, the workday is over, so now you're going to...
I'm going to shut everything down, shut off all telephones and electronics, and have no contact, except for in-person contact.
Hey.
I heard nap back here.
Nap?
Nap.
Aha, we got a wine cup raised into the sky. We've got some wine, some drinking
Wine.
happening. Folks up here, you want to add anything?
I like to listen to music personally. A little bossa nova, you know what I'm saying? A little
Some
samba,
bossa
something like
nova.
that. Get jazzy.
Listen to some music. I love it. I love it.
I'm right there with Rick. I get lost in music, and I don't know what I would do without music.
Music.
I love to work out, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I work out so I can burn the bad and stay with the good of the day.
Love it. Light it on fire.
Boom! Like that. Gone. Vámonos. Bye. Don't want to see you again.
All right. Any more end of work day transition? Silence.
How do you do that with Rick around?
I was about to tell y'all, she
Is
literally
that
walks in the
possible?
house like, hey, shut up.
We've also got going for a drive.
Going for a drive.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
love that.
good.
I love that.
Andrea over here has a mini dance party.
Mini dance party?
Yeah, nice.
I want to start that as a ritual. That
That's
sounds fun.
fun.
Crossword puzzle. That's the morning. You're wrong. All right, great. Thank you very much, everybody, for sharing. Next question. In a word, what is success to you? Love? Joy? Rick, go.
Freestyle over the bells, I'm off beat. When it comes back in, you know I'm gonna eat. I was gonna rap fast, but I changed my mind. Oh, there go another bell one more time. Thank y'all. Okay.
You got 6 more bell tolls.
Oh goodness. See, I thought it was going to, okay. The bells keep rocking like it's LL. Hey, you have mail.
Give it up for Ric Scales.
I don't know why. I expected the toes to be closer together, give me a little BPM, you know what I'm saying? I need the tempo.
Yeah, no, that was great though. Thank you. It's like a dirge kind of, you know.
Dirge.
Yeah, I'm gonna start rapping like Tech Nine. Hibbity.
But in a word, what is success to you, Rick?
It's family. It's family. Because I mean, that's what we all do it for, right? At the end of the day, you want to have all these things and you want to have somebody to share it with. So yeah, success, family.
Family, I love it.
Authenticity.
Hey. Authenticity.
Peace.
Libertad,
Libertad.
which is freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom! Shout out.
Freedom! We have somebody named Freedom in the house today. I feel like hope. I would say hope. Anybody else want to share their word? What's your word? Say again. Legacy.
Legacy.
Legacy. Ooh.
Yeah, over here, Jason at the chat is saying what you pass on.
What you pass on.
That's
Legacy.
beautiful as well.
What you pass on. And then we had like a word consolidator on the plaza. Look at that. Teamwork. The chat and the people of the plaza are working together. Okay, great. Thank you very much for sharing what, in a word, success is to you. Now I would love you to call to mind somebody who you appreciate and somebody who you really just want them to know that you appreciate them. You got that person in your mind? Who is that? Somebody who you appreciate and you want to know that you want them to know that you appreciate them, yeah? So now shout out that name.
Freaking Colin.
My
Katie.
mother, my kids.
Colin, my guy Colin. Right
Colin.
there.
Hey, Colin.
And yeah? Ilani.
Yes.
Freedom.
Yeah? Hey, Leilani.
Freedom.
Freedom, Larry David. Miki Vale.
Miki Vale.
Miki Vale.
Laura C. If we're shouting out, right?
Oh yeah, I want to put Declan.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I appreciate you, Declan. DJ Artistic.
That's the guy too.
Yeah? All
Katie.
right, I love
Katie Haroff.
Katie Haroff. Katie
Yay,
Haroff in the house.
Katie H.
Oh, where's Chandra Anthony? Yeah, I'm calling out the stage manager. I love you. Thank you. Okay, great. So now we've oh, thank you.
You got to put her on.
Bonita Applebaum.
Bonita Applebaum.
Bonita.
There we go.
Bonita.
We've got people we appreciate. That's great.
Yeah.
Nick
Oh,
Lawrence.
Declan, we love you.
So now, say again? Gio? Who's Gio? It seems like you're about to get attacked by a sibling.
Mama.
Your boyfriend, Gio the boyfriend. All right, all right.
Freedom says with 2 weeks with just his kids, his wife.
Oh, Patricia.
Wife, Patricia. Okay, great. I love that. We've got all these people who we appreciate in our minds. There's just 2 more questions that I would love to ask you all. And remember that Rick and Miki are the people who curated this conversation, and they wanted you to be thinking about all this stuff, right? So the next question is, what's one way in the last year that you personally have made the world a better place? Wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Yay.
What do you think up here?
Oh, me? I existed because I'm so handsome. Brought beauty to the world.
Existed, brought
Thank
beauty
you.
to the world. I love
Thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what? Or, is that your real answer?
That was my answer.
Okay. I mean, I'm not questioning it. It's a great answer. I recycled the art dollar.
Tell us about that.
Well, artists struggled. I am an artist. We struggled more than a lot. I won't say more than a lot, but we struggled a lot. And I had the wonderful experience of people supporting me and buying merchandise, buying shirts. I have some shirts on my website if you want to check it out. And every time a bunch of shirts got sold, I would reach out to another artist, support their GoFundMe, buy some shirts, and just keep that money rolling. So
For a local.
recycling art dollar.
I love that. I love that. Lorna.
This ties into who my person that I was going to shout out. Her name is Nicole Ponseca, and she's a Filipina chef, daughter of immigrants, but when her restaurants were like not doing well, she couldn't pay the rent, she did meal kits to deliver to frontline workers.
Hey.
And she struggled. She put her whole culture into it to help people learn about Filipino American culture. And especially lately, when like somebody threw rocks at me when I was on my way to do a unity rally.
What?
We still did it with love because people like her and people like you inspire me to do that.
Oh,
And I will fight the good fight with the last breath of my body.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for existing, Lorna.
Yeah.
Thank you, Valeria.
Look at this love. All right. What's one way that you've made the world a better place in the last year? Voting?
Voting, yes.
You say, okay, I'm going to paraphrase. I'm going to do my best. You always say, stay safe, stay positive, and have a wonderful day to everybody you meet. I love that. I love that.
She
Thank you for
tested
sharing.
thousands of people for COVID.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did anybody call their grandmother? Because that totally counts.
Voting.
Voting. Yeah, I love it. I love it. You called your grandparents.
Grandparents.
Props. You rescued a dog. This is huge. Yeah. You hold restorative circles for the community. I love that. You know, it's so interesting. Yeah, tell me. Journalism. You're a journalist. You're reporting on things.
Got all his coworkers vaccinated.
Hey. This question sometimes is really hard. Sometimes like people are hesitant to shout out the way that they made the world a better place, but I think it's really wonderful. I love getting to hear it because we've all done it. I really love getting to hear it. So thank you for calling that to mind.
Yeah.
The next question is, what's one way in the future that you have the opportunity to make the world a better place? Still in the future.
Spread love.
Spread love.
Absolutely, that's definitely something you could do. You could support local businesses, shop local.
Hey,
Yes,
shopping local.
to that.
Love that.
Supporting local businesses and helping people feel comfortable to be who they really want to be, you know, just to let them share whatever talents or gifts or even the stuff they haven't discovered yet, like help them discover. Like Miki Vale to me is so inspiring, and she has the coolest sense of humor too. I totally dig that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
We got helping the homeless from out here.
Helping the homeless. What's a way that you have the opportunity?
Making art.
Making art. Making art. I love that. I could call my grandma more often. Definitely. Supporting music in schools.
Yes,
hey, that's a wonderful way.
I like this answer. Support theater.
Supporting theater.
I like that one.
Hey. Being open-minded. Yeah. I love it. Thank you very much for sharing, and keep calling to mind all of these things. But that concludes the questions that you all are going to work with. So give yourselves a round of applause because your work is now done. You have done your job. Woo-hoo. You have shared your voice. And now we're going to give our artists a minute to kind of compose their thoughts and get a little bit ready before we get to hear this rap that we've all put together just now. But there's something that I would love to ask everybody to think about. There's one more question that every single guest on Word Up ever has answered. And this question is a two-part question. One, how do you define the San Diego arts community? And two, what is your greatest wish for the San Diego arts community? And this question really comes from part of why I created Word Up. I think there are so many amazing artists here in San Diego with so many different parts of their identity that they're bringing into every artistic room, and we define the arts community with all the parts of who we are. That's a lot of art forms. That's a lot of life experiences, and that's pretty remarkable. So how do you define the San Diego arts community? Because whether or not you like it, you're an artist now. You've showed up to the community. You've shared your voice. You've participated in artistic collaborations, and now you're part of the community. It's just too bad if you're mad about it. But how do you define it? You showed up. How do you define the San Diego arts community, and what's your greatest wish for the San Diego arts community? And I invite you to, after the program, you see that tree over there blowing in the wind with some little brown heart ornaments on it? On that tree are, from our dress rehearsal, the responses from people who attended the dress rehearsal. They put their thoughts on that prompt up there, and I invite you to go, write it, add it to the tree, and what we're going to do next week is Ric Scales will be back, not next week, next Word Up, which is June 25th. Ric Scales is going to be back for a recurring cameo is not the right word, but you're going to freestyle people's responses from the week before, right? So if you put something on that tree, you should come back on June 25th to see Ric freestyle it. Yeah?
Yes, please.
Can I just add something?
Go ahead.
Cameo has a song called Word Up. I just wanted to talk about that.
Look at that.
Synchronicity. I
Cool.
I had to throw it out there.
Oh, cameo. Word Up. I see what you did there.
So are you both ready?
Yes. You ready?
Well, I still want to hear Lorna's response to the question, though.
I believe that the arts community, especially the last year and a half or so, when I was like at the lowest of low, the music, the art, we could go online. I could see Mandy Jo teach her children how to find joy in the world. And even like people who didn't have a lot of money, they would take things and like fill glasses with water and make musical notes, and it was such a beautiful thing. And what I wish for all of the artists, especially the ones here who are doing it day after day, night after night, I want them to have a good wage so that they could live properly, get good
Say it
food,
again.
and
Amen.
get the medical care so that you could keep passing it on, and that we could learn about people that don't look like us, that don't smell like us, that don't eat the food or whatever. But that to me is life. The arts, that's life.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing
Thank you,
your response.
Lorna.
You're welcome.
and we're gonna get to hear your responses. But after, we get to hear this rap that we've all put together, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Lauren and I are gonna clear the stage, give you some space.
Okay.
But this is the official pronunciation. Pretend that there's like trumpets playing and stuff, okay? Because we're now presenting an original rap founded by Ric Scales and Miki Vale in collaboration with Lorna de la Cruz, Valeria Vega, the people of the Plaza, and the people of the YouTube. Right here, right now, with your contributions.
Produced by Ralph Quasar.
Produced by Ralph Quasar. All right, take it away.
Right.
Can I just rap sitting down? I'm just kidding. Yeah. So it's gonna take a little call and response. Rock with me one time. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody say I am somebody. You say
I am somebody.
Yeah. Say I am somebody. Hey,
I am somebody.
Ain't nobody trying to leave the house. It's all bad outside. Everybody trip. Walk around high, populist. We all waiting to die, but like sins of the flesh, we taking our time. Let's talk about crime. You can talk about yours.
Don't talk about mine.
Can't trust the soul. Can't relax and recline. Can't stack the dough. Get a piece of the pie. Hearts crying, farms firing.
Kick back, turn house party, turn violent.
2 blocks down is the sound of sirens. One thing you never hear around here. Make me wanna holler.
What's the science?
Phone taps and a bug in every home appliance. I know it's messed up, but I'ma get up, get out.
So what you gonna do when you get out the house?
I can't talk about you, I can talk about me. And as far as that goes,
I'ma be somebody.
Get a little food and some cats abuse from a seed. I'ma
show them how to be somebody.
Probably with the writers in the streets.
Fist up
in the air. Saying we
gon' free somebody.
You can be McDonald's, Burger King, somebody.
Holla at a brother when you see somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody.
Everybody say
I am somebody.
Hey,
I am somebody.
Some say I am somebody.
I am somebody.
Once again, say I am somebody. Show me. Yeah.
Yeah. Put hash in your pipe and smoke it. I put in work late night like a culprit. Black rage use the stage as my pulpit. Bless you with the soul kiss, remain focused. And you know this, probably lifted when I wrote this. Wash the pain away with the whole fifth. Maybe I'm hopeless, but I ain't sweating it. I roll with Lupita and my tribe, and we getting it. Getting fly, getting money, getting by, getting home from work, doing crossword puzzles and drinking wine, getting in the studio, getting open and getting mine, getting wise. Is anything else? I see it in your eyes. You just want to get free and live life without strife the way it's meant to be. We got roots that run deeper than the Red Sea, and we gon' make authenticity a little
Can't talk about you, I'ma talk about me, and as far as that goes,
I'ma be somebody.
Get a new crib and a whip, no lease for my seed.
I'ma show them how to be somebody.
Probably with my people in the street,
fist up
in the air, talking about
we gon' free somebody.
You could be a king somebody.
Ayo, holla at a brother when you see somebody. I am somebody. Come on.
Everybody say
I am somebody.
Come on.
Everybody say I am somebody.
I said I am
somebody. Let them know,
I got
Rick.
My mamas, my kids, Colin, Eleni. Jump on the mic, kick freestyles, heavenly. And I do it off the top of the mindset that MCs popping that they get their head wrapped. We got Miki Vale, Laura, and Declan. Everybody say hi, Declan.
Hi,
I
Declan.
sucker MC with a deadpan. I didn't think they was gonna say that. That was really awesome. But anyway, back to the floor. I'm saying I'm wearing a mask and that's A-OK. And what? Not at the moment. It's just there on the tape deck. I gotta practice that. Like safe. Never mind. There's kids that's here in the crowd. I'ma kick my freestyle, do it real loud. Kicked it freestyle. Said it was heavenly. Once again, happy birthday to Ebony. Yeah, freestyle. Yeah.
I am somebody. How to be somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thank y'all. Y'all are great. That was fun.
That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, your song with us and letting us participate in it also. What was it like to perform with new words to a song that you've performed many times with the words of all these people in it?
It was super fun. It's like so fun. It's a whole new energy with it. You take it, you have this meaning to it, and then you realize like it doesn't always have to be so serious. You can always talk about McDonald's and Burger King. Right? Throw it in there, sprinkle some cheese on it.
Yeah, and it's nice to have conversations, and I want to make all the songs like this. Just sit down and talk. I mean, that's how a lot of songs come about anyway. So
right,
that was great.
All the people that listen to rap music, they knew what I was talking about. Shaman in the back. What's up, brother?
I love that. Lorna, what was it like for you to hear them perform and with all this conversation in it?
It makes me feel more alive. And I remember a while back, I think, Miki, I think it was you that said, like it's a affirmative language. Affirmative language. And I was playing one of your tunes at home, and my little great nephew, he was just bopping his head like you know what, you know? And I just love that. It's energizing, and to use the words that you guys share, like all y'all need to help her and Rick just create raps that'll just change the world. Sorry. Last time I cussed, so I'm trying not to cuss because my 94-year-old mama would not like that.
I'm really shocked you remembered affirmative language. But yeah, we're saying yes. The beats are awesome. We're saying yes to everything that's coming our way. So we got to be careful what we say, what we're saying yes to.
Hey.
That part.
Well, I appreciate all of you for participating in that. And I appreciate everybody for being a part of that. I'd love to ask you for this next prompt to think of one word to describe this song that we just made together. And I would like you to turn to a table that's close to you. No, I'm not even going to try to hear what you're saying. You can just tell it to your neighbor. Yeah? One word. Go.
It's terrible. Your raps are garbage.
Cochinero.
How does Lupita do it?
I love it. Thank you.
Powerful.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with your neighbors. But we didn't actually get to hear the way that you both define the San Diego arts community and what your greatest wish is. Will you tell us before we wrap it up?
My greatest wish is, Lorna touched on this, I would like to eliminate the term, the notion, and the reality of a starving artist. Like, let artists be well fed. Can we eat? It doesn't make sense that establishments that house the art get bajillions of dollars, but the people who make the art are starving. Indeed. So that's my wish, and one word is activated.
Yeah, we're an activated community. I love that. Hey.
For me, the San Diego art scene is unified, definitely. I think it's one of those things where it's what does Pusha T say? If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of people know, because you guys are all here tonight, right? So we're here, and what I wish is that everyone that's here tonight or today or whatever you want to call it, this evening, afternoon, y'all make sure that y'all tap in with the people that you love and bring them the next time that you're at something that interests you whenever you see those things, because there's so many times you'll go around and you'll hear everybody knows the couch potatoes. It's like, oh, there's nothing to do in this city. It's so boring to hear. Burr, 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 burr. Nobody wants to hear that. There's always something to do in San Diego. Like, as it pertains to hip hop, like there's constantly something going on. I just was at a park jam with my shout out to DJ Root. They did this thing called the Boba Battles. There was a bunch of break dancers spinning on their earlobes and whatnot. It was crazy for hours. It was great music. And it's like, then the next day you go and there's a great DJ over here and a champion DJ spinning over here, and like a bunch of R&B and neo soul and poetry and fine art and street art, and it's there. So my wish is that people recognize what we have here in this city, because I feel like our arts community is a diamond in the rough that's just waiting to be shown to the world. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing.
Hey, thank you.
I have another wish.
Okay.
Can I have more than one wish?
I will allow it.
I wish that we could sing happy birthday to Ebony Harvey.
Yes!
All right.
Are we doing the Stevie Wonder one? Or?
Yeah, obviously, we've got to. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Ebony, what's happening? EB, of course, on Instagram. She makes great videos. Tap in.
Old Globe videographer. You've been involved in so many different ways. You've been on Word Up before. We celebrate you today. We celebrate all of our artists. We have an incredible lineup coming this summer. We're gonna make an original opera. We're gonna make original R&B. We're gonna make drag music on June 25th. And the next time you see me, I will be Freddie Mercury. So you should definitely come. But seriously, check out this rat card. The next opportunity to come do something fun is on June 12th. We're gonna have a movement workshop with Disco Riot, which is another incredible group of San Diego artists. So at this point, I remind you to go to the tree and add to the Old Globe family, the arts community family tree is what we're gonna call it. And if you're interested in filling out a survey, you'll enter a drawing for a prize if you'd like. So look for our helpers around the perimeter to help get pens and papers and stuff like that. But there was one more thing. There's one more thing. Oh yeah. If you're interested, if you're not really like a fill out a piece of paper survey type of person, with our amazing Anthill Creative Technology folks, we're gonna be right here for about 10 minutes after the program. If you'd rather just say your feedback on camera, but so that we can have a conversation about it in addition to the survey happening. So you can just come right up if you want to do that, but give it up one more time for Lorna de la Cruz, Ric Scales, Miki Vale, and Valeria Vega.
And Laura C, please, everyone! Bravo!
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We're so grateful you're here.
Be safe. Don't drink and drive.
All right.
This could be your jam for party people and the fam in the b-boy stance. They came through, crew deeper than the Wu-Tang Clan. Follow your nose to the loops like your toucan sand, and clap your hands to it. That's if you can't dance. Get you on a good foot, baby. That's our aim. B-boys will be boys and B-girls the same. Plug in the SP, a mic and watch us do our thing. The rhymes is on time and the beat gon' bang. Tell them sucker MCs not to speak our name. It'll be a ladder match when we see y'all lane. Your hands high, brought the heat on stage. Have your man falling out like is he okay? The snare crunchy like a big bag of Frito-Lay. Make you move to the groove, now let me see y'all sway. Hop to it, baby.